Can everybody else hear this okay?
I'm hearing pretty good.
Okay, mine is,
Okay, good morning.
good morning.
Great. How's everybody this chilly morning? Coming
It's
in?
raining.
All right.
Makes me want to go back and make some French onion soup.
Oh, make a batch for the office. Okay, welcome. Let's talk real estate, November 9th, 2022. So I've been recording these because people have been asking for it who can't make this schedule. And as you can see, I will be putting the recording after it's ready right there below the picture for the blog that these meetings are on.
We can't see because it's really windy.
Thank you. Let me reshare. Without video. And any second it'll clear up.
Much better.
Okay,
Yes.
watch video.
Amazing.
Amazing. All right, good crowd. This is a Australia. This is a picture of a Century 21 partners in Australia. I just put it there because it was a really good picture. I love glass.
It's got to be in a mall.
It looks like it's in a mall. I was trying to figure that out. It has to be in a mall because there's a ceiling on the outside.
I like their use of those electric pictures boards
I do too.
where
Good
it's,
luck with
where
those.
it's electric and it just cycles through it.
Some of them do. Some of them just have an insert. There's different kinds. We have one in the Longview office, and it's an insert.
Oh, wow.
They're nice. Okay. Well, good morning. I wanted to talk. Let's talk real estate. The purpose of these weekly messages, for me, is to keep everybody up to date on the market conditions that they are right now in your local market. People still coming in, and so where are we right now? Today, as you probably have heard, we're in a major shift from the extreme conditions of the last decade or so into a more stable, predictable market, which the veterans are calling normal, and the veteran agents are all comfortable with, and other people don't know what to expect, and they think it's a major change, and it is a major change, but it's into a more predictable and better market. And what's happened in the last decade or so is that there are agents out there, and you've run across them, with little talent and few skills. They were able to ride the wave and take advantage of circumstances and essentially be successful no matter what, because the volume of business was so high and things were done so rapidly that the traditional skills didn't come into play. What's happening now with the downturn is we're finding in recruiting that there's what we call a flight to quality trend in the industry, to the more powerful and established brands like Century 21, and you know the others, all of the names that you recognize, away from companies like that offer their agents little. They're leaving companies that offer their agents little support, and you know who they are too. So when the real estate market starts to change dramatically, or either start to go flat or start to decline, the challenge each of us faces is satisfying the needs of the seller and getting our listing sold. So it's back to customer service more than it ever was. Because customer service was hard to do when you have 20 offers and your clients are waiving inspections and just extreme situations like that. It's hard to set yourself out with great customer service, but it's critical now. So what do? We price homes right on day one. And although prices have not dropped dramatically yet, certainly not in the Pacific Northwest, they're still going up. they are lower than they were in the, I had a little trouble with my computer last night. They were lower than they were in the first quarter. And as a result, you have to be prepared for the negative feedback. You seriously though, you have to be prepared for the negative feedback you're going to get from
Hi.
the seller when you do that. Oh, that's funny. Get rid of that. So consider putting a price reduction form in your pre-listing package.
No. You're telling them when they were.
Absolutely important. This will get them used to seeing the form when you introduce price reduction, and they will have a little less apprehension when you place the form in front of them. When asking for a price reduction, ask for the highest possible amount, knowing that they will negotiate the price down, which will be a better price than you ask for a small price reduction. So a little pointer, and I'll be bringing these to you weekly on how to work in today's market. I'll use the spell checker so it doesn't look like I was hit my head or something when I wrote that. All right, good participation today. People must have got up and cranked the furnace up and decided to get to work. Okay, where are we? I usually count listings. Let me count listings right now. You go to this page, you show all listings, it's 10 to a page, and then you see how many pages. No, you just do 10 to a page. And then you count pages. And so about 40 listings. All right, then you go to 100 and then everything shows up on the map. All right, what's new? Anything new?
Field House went back on the market.
Tell us about that.
Well, I had a buyer at, the price is $689, and we negotiated a pretty reasonable price for the buyer. And they did their inspection, and there was a hole in the roof, and there was a big water damage in the upstairs of the house, which we've already fixed. But they, instead of letting us fix things, just decided to rescind. So back on the market.
Why,
Oh, boy.
why did they want to rescind?
I really feel like it was too much house for them. 2 people, 5-bedroom, gigantic house, top of their price range. And they're like, oh my gosh, it costs how much to do that roof? Oh, maybe this house is too big for us.
Buyer's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see more of that. We're seeing more sale fails. There were not a lot of sale fails in the last market.
Kathy Goff has a new listing in Beaverton that's not in Dash yet, but it's a beautiful suburban home at just under $600,000.
Okay.
I also joined the recruit meet with Century 21 yesterday, and there were 2 highlights that I'll briefly share. Their information is showing that both agents and clients on both the listing and selling side are going back to traditional brokerages.
That's right.
Cloud brokerages and experimental brokerages are losing agents and clients because things are too shaky right now. So they want tradition.
I like that.
Yeah. No, it's very true.
Yes.
It's very true. So we're a little bit of everything. There's if you want to do business on the cloud, if you want education on the cloud, we have that. But we have in-office meetings, we have the lunch and learns, we have the accountability groups. You have it all here.
Yes, and coming out of COVID, people are wanting to be back together in some brick and mortar and to sit with their clients because it's been a couple of years.
That's
Go
right.
figure, humans like it when they're with each other. Contrary to popular belief.
And we're
I
not
was-
kidding about brick and mortar. The Portland office is brick. Cheryl, your building is brick.
Our offices are
Caldwell
literally
office is brick.
We literally are brick.
We are literally brick.
But there's the mortar that keeps it all together.
Yes, it is, and that's what everything has a place.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like ours is mostly mortar.
Yours is historic. It wore down to the mortar.
It
There's
is.
some brick though, I think.
Francie is
Hey.
in a beautiful brick office there on 10th. We're brick and mortar.
And it's still there. 100 years. It's still standing.
Right.
That's been a real estate office for 100 years.
No, it's been a building.
Oh,
It depends on how we have to spin it. Sure, 100 years.
All right. Anything else? Anybody else have a new listing, a new sale, or any
Yeah,
success they want to share with us?
Yeah, 2 agents closed last Friday in the Portland office. Kathy Goff closed a wonderful condo in West Lynn, and Fei Wu closed a $1 million property in Lake Oswego. So congratulations to
Congratulations. Congratulations. Lake Oswego.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and our new agent, Michelle Kovalev, is in escrow for piece of land, so in Southwest Portland. So congrats to her as well.
Yes.
Ah,
We just announced her Monday.
I'm closing one that's been going on for quite some time. It's a proud ground purchase where they buy the land for the buyer, a low income buyer. It's been a struggle and we're so happy to know that we're going to actually close tomorrow.
nice.
Yeah.
Proud ground.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah,
we
have you-
research that?
Have you done those before, Shauna?
No, this was my very first one. And so what happens is the Proud Ground people, it's a federally funded grant. They buy the land and the borrower or the buyer buys the house. So they can never sell the house unless they sell it to another Proud Ground applicant. So it goes to another low income family that would never have been able to afford a home otherwise.
Okay.
This is cool.
It's a really, really cool thing. These
Yeah.
people are so excited. These girls that, 2 teenage girls have never had their own bedroom before.
Oh,
So it's really rewarding.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
is this a Washington thing? I've never heard of that program.
I don't know if it's just Washington. I believe it's a federal thing. So it would go for any state. I can get more information if anybody wants it.
I would like more information.
Cool, yeah.
Inquiring-
I'll just tell you, it's really challenging because they're going through this program because they can't afford to buy a house.
yeah.
It's a challenge.
Okay.
I may have clients out there.
Yeah, I think we all do.
It's a challenge for a lot of people right now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we had Brand Matters. I published this. This is from corporate. And these are, Brand Matters is highlights of benefits from the Century 21 system. So take some time and look at that. The Brand Studio, that's they've had that for a long time. That's where they have photographs and graphics and logos and things like that to help you when you're preparing marketing materials. And there's a lot of new stuff in there too.
Even videos.
That's right. There's videos that you can you post those on Facebook?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
You create a video and then it puts a little closing on it that has your name on it. They do things like that. They used to do things like that. So yeah, check out the Brand Studio. It's highlighting some productivity tools. This one is the Golden Ruler, and the Golden Ruler is going to be more important right now than ever because that's a tool that you use. You don't use when you get 10 offers on day one. It's a tool you use when the house stays on the market for an extended period of time. And it will help you report to the seller who's looking at the house. And so this is a great example. This is what you'll always see right now. It shows who's been looking at the web traffic comparison. It shows thousands of people have looked at it on Zillow. And this is probably an old one because Realtor.com is showing numbers similar to Zillow right now. So thousands of people are looking at it and no one's coming to buy the house. So that's just going to help you with a price reduction.
Mhm.
Simple as that. That's what the tool is for. And when you go to make your phone call to the seller every week and you're worried about that because you have nothing good to report, at least you have something to talk about. Call them after they get this and talk about the report and send them a price reduction while you're at it. So this, I've always loved this tool. As soon as you take a listing, set that up as an automated thing to go to them and make sure it goes to you as well. Okay, diversity and inclusion. The Latinas program has won an award, a marketing award. And so there's the details on that. More public relations about their new leadership and coaching program. Something in Yahoo Finance. Greg Sexton went and talked to the college. Mike Meadler, did he go on TV? He tends to go on CNN and things like that. So there's the latest public relations out of Century 21. Social media, definitely go in and check out the social media and see what kinds of things they're in there for you to create and post to your social media. Do some social media every day. Set aside a limited amount of time and do it, and then turn the computer off. The Ultimate Listing Machine with Greg Harrelson. Shauna, you were talking about that.
Carol was actually, I think.
Yeah, Greg Harrelson is awesome.
He is.
He's like my favorite Century 21 person, I believe. I mean, other than all of you, of course.
Thank you. Yeah, we understand.
Sorry
We
about
get it.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, if anyone can tell you how to do it, he would be a good one to take classes from for sure.
All right. So here it is. 8 sessions over 4 weeks. Definitely. What's the start date? Yesterday. So you can probably still get in.
Mhm. He also has like free podcasts and things to watch on Workplace too, if you
Yes.
need that.
Oh, I
Those are
met
very
that
good.
lady.
And here's the Relentless podcast as well. And I was listening to some of those. Those are very good. Play those in the car. The Relentless podcasts. Okay. All right, let's dig in. I don't, 19. All right, what's the news today? All right, real estate experts know the current markets, and that's why you're here, and you're able to articulate those to the public. And the first thing they're going to ask you when they're asking about the market is, what's the interest rate? So the interest rates had hit 7, they've come down. And so that's part of the up and down we're going to be seeing. But they're 6.95 today. And the talk on the news is inflation. And yep, historic inflation right now as we speak. I did update, I don't want to go through all of them right now, I'm watching the clock. But I'll just do the Portland real quick. And the story is in the charts. So let's go to the new listings. So the market is softening. Going to go right to new listings, and it's the red triangle. New listings decreased 22% in October for the Portland metro area. And you can see they're quite a bit lower than the prior 2 years. So that's new listings. Less people are listing their house right now. We have pending sales, the red triangle, quite a bit lower than the last 2 years. Pending sales have decreased by 42%. So it is slowing down. And closed sales down 37.5% from October of 2021, and they're 12% lower than last month. So 37% down. Okay, anything good in this? Yeah, well, total market time increased to 38 days, which is still a nice low number historically. 38 days on the market. And the average sale price, believe it or not, is increased 7.8% year over year. It is now $615,000 in the Portland metro area.
A good thing to know to tell your sellers though is that you notice since May, those prices have been going down. It's not the same as May.
Okay, yes.
If you look at the chart, it's been going down for a few months now.
Yeah. Good point.
They made
Yes.
overall for the year, they
Year,
made it go
yeah.
higher than last year, but the last few months, they're all going down for sure.
They are.
Year over year. Yep, that's right. That's right. Okay. Okay, inching towards a buyer's market, it sounds like. If those market times increase and we actually see drop in prices, which we're seeing as well. So we'll be heading into a buyer's market. But still low inventory, so it's a transitional thing. Okay. Interesting stuff about buyers and sellers from The Economist. Kung, what did you find here?
A lot of interesting, things that came out of this report. This article just picks out 11 important points from this 2022 profile of home buyers and sellers. So we'll just go over the 11 main topics that
Sure.
our author picked out. The first one is first-time buyers dropped to an all-time low of 26% from 34% from just a year ago. First-time buyers face rental costs, making it a challenge for them to save up for that down payment. That was the main takeaway from this one.
Okay.
Second is the age of first-time and repeat buyers hit all-time highs. The age of first-time buyers jumped to 36 from 33 years old, and we're at 33 years is where it's been for the past 3 years, but the age is going up, and it's the same for repeat buyers. The age has risen to 59 years, up from 56 years in last year's report. So people are taking a little more time to either buy a house or buy the next one, move on to the next house. Third point, the share of white, Hispanic, Latino buyers grew, while Black, African American, and Asian Pacific Islander buyers retreated. Black and African American renters are paying a disproportionate amount of rental costs, so they're having a harder time saving up the money for a down payment. White buyers are most likely to be repeat buyers and to have housing equity to assist them with a down payment of their next property. Good information. Number 4, small towns and rural areas saw a migration flow while there was a retraction of buying in urban areas in the suburbs. Housing's cheaper in the small towns and in the countryside compared to the urban areas. So there was an influx of movement towards the country and non-urban areas.
And some of those grants are only available in the outlying areas too.
Very true. Very true. So there's it's just more affordable. So there's been a movement. How far a buyer moved jumped to an all-time high of 50 miles from a range that had been steady between 10 to 15 miles. I thought this one was interesting. That's a pretty big increase, but with the availability of jobs that you can work remotely, as well as the pandemic, and the cost of property in more country and more non-urban areas, there has been a migration further away from where they were before.
That is interesting.
Yeah, they're looking for affordability as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
6, the share of all cash repeat buyers jumped from 17% to 27% in the past year. Homeowners have accumulated tremendous housing equity in the last decade and hold about $210,000. This has allowed many to avoid holding a property mortgage and pay all cash for their purchase. As the location to purchase in small towns and rural areas became more popular in the last year, this may have further allowed buyers to move from expensive areas to more affordable ones. The share of first-time buyers who paid all cash remained essentially unchanged at 3%.
All cash repeat buyers. Those are those 59-year-olds,
Exactly.
probably downsizing. They have the cash.
Yeah, they've owned their homes for a while and they've built a
Yeah.
lot of equity.
A lot of equity right now.
Number 7, tenure in home before selling returned to an all-time high of 10 years. People stayed in their houses longer before they decided to move. The top reasons sellers made the change in the last year were to be closer to family and friends and moving due to retirement, or their neighborhood became less desirable. So in past years, moving had been more common due to a change in a family situation or a job relocation.
Okay, yeah, the traditional number has been, like it says, 6 to 7 years people move. And you want to know that when you're working your database and your sphere of influence, remind them it's time to move because everybody moves after 7 years.
For sure.
It's your turn.
Move. Statistically, you need to sell.
And when also working with title companies, they can help you find the right neighborhoods of people who have owned their houses for a while, and it's a good way to target new sellers. It's time for you to move, so let's get going. Let's see. Expected tenure for first-time home buyers hits an all-time high of 18 years, up from 7 years in 2017 or 2007. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty big increase. If a first-time buyer was able to enter the home ownership ladder in the last year, they would have less intention of moving from their home quickly. The expected tenure of first-time buyers even surpasses that of repeat buyers of 15 years. Buyers have locked in rates in a rising rate environment, which likely plays a key factor. And for others, the ability to purchase a home in a less urban area may mean just skipping the starter home altogether. So,
yeah, wow. They can't afford to move up. And yeah, if they do have an interest rate at 4%, they're keeping it forever.
Exactly. No reason to move. Buyers are diversifying where they pull together the down payment for a home. It's very important. We want to know where our buyers are getting their down payments and making sure that their finances are together so they can put in a good offer. Given the rise in home prices, buyers are pulling together funds from multiple sources for their down payment. First-time buyers rely on savings as the primary source, but 22% did use a gift or loan from family or friends, and 15% either sold stocks or bonds or took a loan from their 401k retirement fund. New this year, though, 2% of first-time buyers sold cryptocurrency to help with the down payment.
That would be new.
Right.
Doesn't say how much they sold.
Right. It does not.
Yeah.
Half of repeat buyers use proceeds from the sale of their past homes, but this doesn't work for all. So 41% of used savings and 11 even sold stock or took a retirement loan to buy their next house. 10, first-time buyers moving directly from a family member's home into home ownership is an all-time high. 27% of first-time buyers had this prior living arrangement, up from 21% from last year. These buyers were able to skip rental increases by moving into, a family home. This allowed first-time buyers to pay down debt, work on their credit scores, and have a down payment the way others may not have been able to. The share of first-time buyers who rented before buying dropped to 64% from 73%.
Okay, that's a good way to go.
For sure, and it's another good source of referrals. See if any of your past clients have kids who are ready to move out of the house and buy. So
That's right.
Or if their parents want them to be ready.
Exactly. 11, the last point, buyers and sellers use and want the help and expertise of a real estate agent. Very important here. 88% of buyers used a real estate agent to purchase their home. Buyers are most satisfied with their agent's honesty and integrity and knowledge of the purchase process. For sellers, 86% used an agent to help sell their home. 63% of users used an agent that they've worked with before or was referred to them. And sellers most wanted their agents to price their home competitively, help market the home to potential buyers, and sell within a specific time frame.
Okay.
So you want to be that agent.
Remember that. Remember that. 86% of everybody use an agent. And 63% will use you again.
Mhm.
Great. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, very good information.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's take a couple minutes and let's just do a couple of these. How's the market? That's why we're here. Let's start at the bottom. Francie, good morning. Can you tell us how the market is? Oh, let me
Yeah.
set it and there we go.
So in Canyon County, nationwide home sales have fallen 6% over the past 6 months. However, Canyon County and surrounding areas is still a seller's market with low inventory, short market times, and increasing prices. Average days on the market is 76 days. And home prices have increased 3.1% over the last year. The median home sold price in the metro area is $459,900. The interest rates are currently 6.95% and are expected to fluctuate upwards over time. There are still more people looking to buy than there are homes available. It's a very good time to list.
Okay. Okay. Good conditions in Idaho. Cheryl, how's the market in Cowlitz County and Longview Kelso?
Well, nationwide home sales have fallen 6% over the past 6 months. However, Cowlitz County and surrounding areas is still a seller's market with low inventory, short market times, and increasing prices. Average days on the market is 48 days, and home prices have increased 15.3% over last year. The median homes sold price in the metro area is $390,000. Interest rates are currently 6.95%. They're expected to fluctuate upwards over time. There are still more people looking to buy than there are homes available. It's a very good time to list.
Very good time to list. And we're going to be talking about that later today. How's Clark County, Cheryl? Shauna, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Nationwide home sales have fallen 6% over the last 6 months. However, Clark County and surrounding areas is still a seller's market with low inventory, short market times, and increasing prices. Average days on market is 51 days, and home prices have increased 4.9% over the last year. The median home sold price in the metro area is $480,200. Interest rates are currently 6.95% and expected to fluctuate upward over time. There are still more people looking to buy than there are homes available. It is a very good time to list.
Good time to list. Right. And Kung, how's Portland?
Portland Metro, nationwide home sales have fallen 6% over the past 6 months. However, Portland Metro is still a seller's market with low inventory, short market times, and increasing prices. Average days on the market is 48 days, and home prices have increased 3.6% over the last year. The median home sold price in the metro area is $540,000, and interest rates are currently at 6.95%, and they're expected to rise or fluctuate upwards over time. There's still more people looking to buy than there are homes available. It's a very good time to sell.
Excellent. Good time to sell. All right. Now, for those of you who haven't come to a lot of these meetings, there's a reason we repeat this over and over again. And I believe the best professional realtors will memorize this. It's kind of like an elevator speech. You get into an elevator, they find out you're a realtor, and they're going to ask you how the market is. And that's your opportunity to look sharp. But you got to know what to say and say it in a very professional way. So I would print these out, tape them to your desk, and be able to tell people these things.
Let's add Ada County next time.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, and again, I'll just remind everybody, it's a great time to go to take the Accelerate class, the 4-week session. You can log in right here. It'll take you to 21 online and you'll log in there and see the schedule. If you'd like a printed book, ask your manager, but that'd be an excellent time. Now is an excellent time to do that over the winter. All right. She here? Cheryl. See. Okay, which one would you like to do first?
Whichever one you want to do.
I get to pick. All right. There's
Okay.
3 trends that are good for buyers. Tell us about those.
Well, it's good to hear because there hasn't been much good for buyers in the couple years now. So, let's see, what does it say? While higher mortgage rates are creating affordability challenges for home buyers this year, there's some good news for those people still looking to buy a home. As the market has cooled this year, some of the intensity buyers faced during the peak frenzy of the pandemic has cooled too. So basically the things we know, there's more homes to choose from. It's not like they have to pick a house, you know, without even seeing it sometimes and make an offer as fast as they can, or they lose it. You know, they can actually look at houses, which takes more time for us, but there's more houses to choose from out there. And even though it's still a seller's market, the supply of houses is lower and it should be a little less competitive. Like number 2 says, the bidding wars have eased. So all those people that said, well, I don't want to get in a bidding war, and you just laughed at them, you know, over the last 2 years because, well, good luck, because
Luck. Yeah, what are they going to
every
do?
house has a bidding war, yeah. Now you might be able to find those houses for those people. So
Right.
that's good. What does it say? This September, the average was 2.5 offers per sale. In contrast, last September, the average was 3.7 offers per sale.
And that's the average nationwide.
Yeah,
I bet it's a lot higher here.
yeah. Oh, we've seen, I mean, like lately we've seen, you know, if you get one offer, consider it because you might not get another one for a couple months. So
That's right.
people.
That's right.
Um,
And if you have a listing, run to the phone every time it rings, because that might be an offer.
yes, for sure. And, you know, more negotiation power without the competition. You can ask for those things, ask for the inspection, ask for repairs, ask for, you know, maybe early occupancy, whatever it is that you might need. Closing costs, that's a big thing right now because it's taking a lot more money to move into a house these days.
That's a good
Yeah, I
point.
see a lot of buy down. I had one that was
Mhm.
$20,000 buyer's closing costs.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, buy the rate down.
Yeah, that went away.
yeah.
Trying to get the closing costs in there, but the buyer needs that money now.
Yeah, they're saying now, what does it say? A survey from Realtor.com confirms more sellers are accepting offers that include contingencies today. According to that report, 95% of sellers said buyers requested a home inspection. So we're back to that being standard practice,
Excellent.
which is good. Yeah, because that was crazy. So bottom line, while buyers are still facing challenges today, they're not necessarily the same ones you may have been up against it just a year or so ago. If you were outbid or had trouble finding a home in the past year, now may be the moment you've been waiting for. It's basically, if you have the money and you can afford it, it's still a good time to buy. It always is, really. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Better than renting always.
7% interest is better than 100% interest while you're renting.
No equity.
You know, and I was studying these things, looking at all these statistics. You know, I send things to John all the time, but just in the past 2 years when, you know, I was watching a guy on TV saying how, you know, 7% interest, you know, rates on a mortgage is terrible. House prices are going to have to go down 30% to cover that. But house prices have gone up like 16 to 17% a year the last couple of years. So, you know, if the house prices go down even 30%, that's still, you're still gonna be ahead of what 2 years ago would have been, and what a normal market. I mean, house prices go up every year, but 16, 17, 20% is not normal. So,
That's right. That's right. Good times ahead.
yep.
But what do we do now? It's the holidays. It's cold. I don't want to list my house for sale.
Well, as you look ahead to the winter season, you're likely making plans and thinking about what you want to achieve before the year ends. One of those key decision points could be whether or not you want to move this year. If the location or size of your current home no longer meets your needs, finding a house that better suits your lifestyle may be a top priority for you. So, but with today's cooling housing market, is really a good time to sell your house, or is it really a good time to sell your house, or should you wait? Okay, 3 reasons why it's a good idea. We've looked at these in our objections on Tuesdays. Get one step ahead of the other sellers. Everybody's going to be putting their house on the market up after the holidays. If you're already out there, you're going to be ready for people, because people buy houses every month of the year. There's somebody that has to buy a house, so
Yep.
it'll be less competition if you get it out there during the holidays. Typically in the residential real estate market, homeowners are less likely to list their houses toward the end of the year. And we all know the reasons why. So selling your house now can get your house on the market and get ahead of the competition. Even if they're going to wait till after the holidays, if you can get that contract signed and they're all ready to go as soon as the holidays are over, they'll still be ahead of the competition. So
That's right.
December 26th is a good day.
Yes. The perfect day.
Get in front of serious buyers this season. Okay, so there's the serious people who have to move are the ones that are moving during this time. They're serious about moving. They have, they have to. I have someone now that they've changed jobs and they're in a hotel right now, so they have to find a house. And there's still not a lot of houses on the market, still a seller's market. So getting out there, let's see, that means there aren't enough homes on the market today, especially as the millennial generation reaches their peak home buying years. While not the frenzy of 2021, the largest living generation, the millennials, will continue to age into their prime home buying years, creating a demographic tailwind for the housing market. So serious buyers will still be looking this winter, and your house may be exactly what they're searching for. These are things, of course, to put out to sellers. You can put both of these things, the buyer's one and the seller's one, are things that you can put on social media or send out to your potential clients and all that.
How old is the median millennial? 30 something?
They're older now. Yeah, they're in
Yeah,
their
they're older
30s
now.
32, 33.
Okay.
They're in their mid-30s.
Okay. So they're coming into that 37-year-old that's buying their first house. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then there's all the people that we talked about, sees a great chance to move up. Don't forget, today's homeowners have record amounts of equity. Even people that just bought, 3 or 4 years ago have a bunch of equity in their house right now.
Right. Yes, they
If they
do.
hurry up and sell, that's what I've been telling people, is hurry up and sell, because prices are going to keep going down probably a little bit here, in the near future. So sell now. Well, according to CoreLogic, the average amount of equity per mortgage holder has climbed to almost $300,000. So that's an all-time high. That means the equity you have in your house right now could cover some, if not all, of a down payment on the home of your dreams. Yeah, and those are a lot of those cash buyers now. If you're moving, downsizing into a smaller house and you want to have it paid off right away because you're going to retire or whatever, that's a lot of people are doing that. Sell, get their equity, and pay cash.
I wish I was paying cash, but I am moving up. It's pretty nice to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, as you weigh the reasons to sell before winter, don't lose sight of why you're thinking about moving in the first place. Maybe it's time to buy a house that's in a better location for you, like Shauna. Has the space you and your loved ones have been craving, or simply gives you that sense of home. A trusted real estate advisor can help you determine how much home equity you have and how you can use it to achieve your goal of making a move. Bottom line, if you're thinking about selling your house so you can find a home that better suits your needs, don't delay your plans. Work with a local real estate professional at Century 21 North Star to accomplish your goals before winter.
Right. All right, very good.
Here we are.
Here we are. Let's see. Shauna, we have time for one of these.
Okay.
Life
So
is-
one is about doing your work and one is about just improving your life. Which one do you guys want to do?
Our lives need improvement,
Yes, our
Okay,
life.
let's do that one then.
a big time.
Okay, I can't see that very well, so I'm gonna go back to that. My own, oh, there, that's better. Life is worthwhile if you learn. What you don't know will hurt you. So it was kind of a spin on that one. What you don't know won't hurt you, but actually what you don't know will hurt you. If you don't know the market stats, you don't know all that stuff, you're not going to stand out at all. So learning from your mistakes turns a negative into a positive. So if you're not out there making mistakes, you're probably not doing anything. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes though. So coming to these group sessions and talking to people in your accountability helps you learn what not to do, which is the best way to learn.
It's really important to stay up to date so you're not like Blockbuster.
And there's so many ways to learn. You can read books, which I highly recommend. Listen to podcasts while you're in the car. And learning is the beginning. That's where you need to start with everything. And life is worthwhile if you try. Now, not just say, I'm going to try. It means you're trying and you're actually doing something, that thing that you're trying to learn. So then go do it. And life is worthwhile if you stay. So this is the best one for me. Like this is from spring to harvest. If you plant your crops and then just leave, nothing's really going to happen. It's not going to go well for you. So in fact, don't just stay and see it through to the end. Leave it better than you found it. Do what you say and finish the task. That's like, for me, it's going to be being patient, and I'm always in a hurry to get everything done. So Cheryl does my math, so she knows I'm always in a hurry. So slowing down and doing a good job is going to make your life more worthwhile.
You have to water those seeds.
Yes. Yes. Life is worthwhile if you care. And if you care some, then you will make a difference. But if you care a lot, you can make a really big difference. So caring about what you're doing for your job and to help people is going to show if you do those three things: learn, try, stay, and care. So what is anybody else going to? I've been learning how to use Moxie. I've been doing my website, blocking time for that has been amazing. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing things every day. So the learning is really important to me.
I agree, because I think everybody here has probably a plan in their mind for self-improvement throughout their lives, whether it's physical or academic or anything like that. But I'd start with my profession. I really would. I would come to these sessions and work on being the best realtor you can be.
Yeah, it's not like you don't have a lot of tools.
Exactly.
There's so many tools that are at your fingertips. The Moxie stuff alone is amazing to help you grow.
Yeah, there's some good stuff here. That's good stuff. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Nick. So I'm going to bring Nick in, but we've had some interesting success, and your managers should have reached out to you by now to discuss compensation for 2023. And we did make some changes to the royalty fee that we charge for Century 21 for most people. And that should be, most people should find that beneficial. I hope so. And it should help us in our recruiting issues too, because that was one of the things that comes up on a recurring basis is, especially with companies that don't have a royalty, or going outside of the Century 21s and the Remax and the Keller Williams. So how's that been going, Nick?
It's been really good. As you know, I mentioned earlier, I came out of a recruiting seminar, Zoom. And part of it is that people are coming back to traditional brokerages and they really want everything in one place, like a Moxie Works, a one login for your entire career type of situation, rather than paying different entities and having to have their own website created and so on. So they're coming back. We can welcome, as Kung mentioned, Michelle this week, Michelle Kovalov to Portland, Chrissy Hansen to Portland, and Katie Rice to Portland.
Okay.
And then
A busy week for you, Nick.
And then I run up to Vancouver today to get into negotiations with someone I will not be mentioning quite yet, but we've been talking for a while, and Shauna knows them as well. And a new agent will possibly be coming back to Century 21, Caldwell, after having left about 3 or 4 years ago.
Mhm.
And we met her at the ribbon cutting. She came over to the ribbon cutting to see her old office.
Right.
And
So
that's
people
how-
are moving, and they're moving because they want the tools and they want the support.
That's the main thing I'm getting. I want, things have slowed down. So I would like to go ahead and have some simplicity. I am ready to look at tools. I do like the idea of not having to pay for it all separately. And manage it all separately.
Mhm.
I just got a text from somebody who wants to talk. They said, I am a new agent with a smaller firm. And when I joined, I went where a friend from college is also the broker. I didn't do my homework and I should have. And so I'll be talking with him after the meeting.
Nice. So fun times.
Fun
Good
times, yes. So if you know anybody who might be interested, and there is a benefit to our agents who bring on, who refer us to an agent that signs. The website for this, C21NorthstarCareers.com. And this gives you an overview of, first it tells you why we're here as a company. We're here to serve real estate agents and brokers to have a professional career. And so we have a good website, which is a good overview of the company. So you might want to refer them here, and it shows some of the tools that we have. It's hard to get into them in any depth because there's so many of them, and you kind of want to talk to the agent and see what they're needing at their point in their career.
Right. And one thing I do want to point out is we are a little different than any sort of multi-level situation where you will have, and I want to make sure, you know, it's understood, you have no responsibility to these agents. They're joining you as a colleague. The mentoring and training and so on is all going to be provided by our amazing management team.
That's right.
So they're just joining you to have some fun, and sell some real estate, and learn a lot.
That's right. That's right. Okay, Kung, do you have a lunch and learn scheduled?
Yeah, I'm gonna send out an email either today or later this week, but it's going to be next Thursday. It'll be a little sooner this month because of Thanksgiving. But yeah, same time, same place, 12 p.m. Thursday, the 17th at the
Okay.
Portland office.
Good. So I know it's the holidays will be coming up very quickly. We're kind of, probably this week is the last couple normal weeks before we're in that holiday period. Anything coming up, any office events coming up that you have scheduled right now?
I have just a regular meeting not this Friday, but the next Friday. In
Okay.
office, I will be there.
Office. Okay. Excellent. All right, that's our time. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate meeting the professional realtors that we have here. And I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
Give us
Bye-bye.
a call if you need.
Thank
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.